ladies and gentlemen of the internet. We figured we'd give you a little update as to what we've been doing and on stuff on the thing. I've been pretty sick through the past few weeks, but it's finally moving on. These are all of my receipts, and what I've been doing this week is I've been putting everything together on all the receipts, all the copies of them, all the copies or all the pictures that I have in here and everything, because I'm going to put it all together. And next week my plan will be to get it to the Secretary of State and try and get this converted over to an RV, which will make the insurance a whole lot cheaper and the plate a whole lot cheaper. So far I added everything up, and I was just kind of curious as to where I was at for what I put into the bus so far. It's about a little over $1,400 in materials, and that's that's actually propane and a few other things, some that really wasn't actual materials. I mean, we got the counter for free. I built the frame and everything of the counter for about $100. The table was free. The stove was basically free, like $50. This cabinet over here, whatever, which is now going to be a more or less once I get it all trimmed out, a pantry, and that was free. The bed we made pretty much for hardly nothing, and anyway, all of that. And one of the big things why I've chose the school bus and why I've always liked the school buses. Number one, they're mobile. You can move them around as long as you've got a good drivetrain. They're somewhat a little bit insulated already, most of them that are heading north anyway. They're extremely durable. I mean, they just can take a pounding. They can handle, if well taken care of, they can handle 500,000 miles. But they're just indestructible. You can it's made out of heavy steel, that is for the sides and the floor and the ribs underneath and that kind of stuff. The newer ones are phenomenal because they've got a drivetrain that's much better ratio, which can run 65, 70 mile an hour without no problems. The older ones had a terrible gear ratio, and you could only, they don't run 55 mile an hour. They just were really different. But anything in the 2000s and above is can really scoot along on the highway, which is a huge difference. They're basically squared for the most part, except for a little bit of the rounded ceiling. That's the only thing you have to really contend with. Other than that, you're pretty well squared off. You can put all the weight, they're rated for 26,000, almost 30,000 pounds, and you can put a ton of weight in these things, and you're not going to really affect it much. A lot of people pull a vehicle in the back, with them, so you can do that with them. I like them. The emergency exit's nice because you can get up on the roof if you want to. That's already built in, doesn't leak. The windows pretty much doesn't leak. The whole unit doesn't leak. Very seldom do you get a leak out of them. The windows are not very good for weather resistant or temperament and that kind of stuff. They're not double paned or anything like that. And that was one of the reasons I put the shutters on and everything, because number one, I've tinted them before. These are already tinted, but if you go to limo tinting and all that, if you got lights in here, people can see in here. I don't like that. With the shutters, I can open them all up. I got plenty of light in the evening or whenever I want to. I can close them up however many I want to, and it shuts everything off. I have done a few more things to this. I'll show you that. But that's really the big reasons. Probably I would say is the pros. The cons are tires can be extremely expensive, but you can buy used ones and do pretty good. The tow bill is going to be a little pricey for if you have to tow it. That might be a big problem if the ECM or the basically the brain box and these go bad or something like that. But you can probably get a used one and get it in for a reasonable amount of money. But they can be anywhere around $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. Turbo is going to be $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. So some of those are expensive items. I don't think they're the best for traveling, in my opinion, all over the country. I've done it. I've gone from here to California and to Florida and back. I've done plenty of miles with them, and I've had a few little problems, but tire blowout or whatever. But for the most part, you know, it was okay. But I wouldn't do that. And I don't want to do that with this one. This is just I want to use just for Michigan and just be a base. I'd rather have a truck and a camper, or basically just put a you know, have a van and everything for if you're going to do some long range running with a little and again be able to put my motorcycle on a trailer in the back. But I'll show you a little bit more here what we've got, what we've kind of done, and I've also got other footage and stuff of things that I've done. But I've got all the shutters here, all three, all the way down, and I've started this side. I got one more to put in here, one to put in here, and all three of those will be done. And then basically, I don't know what we'll do up in here. I think I will put shutters in here, most likely, you know, 3 there. They'll be a little bit shorter. I like that idea, I think, because I can open them up and see out and stuff, or maybe it will be a curtain. I don't know. But anyway, that's where we're at. And I've got other footage in here I'll put in here, and basically starting a really good book that my daughter sent me called The Wagger. It's a shipwrecked and mutiny book about pirates and all that, and I really like all that kind of stuff. I'm actually got a subscription here for Hulu, a free one for the month, and I'm going to watch the Black Sails again because I really like that. I put up a paddle here. And the other thing that's going to be done here, these will all get cut on a table saw, a nice square cut, just taking a little bit off there at the top, a little bit off the bottom, and then a nice hardwood piece of trim go on here and down the side, and it'll just really accent them out nice. And we'll do that later down the line, and then they'll get a light stain and varnish and everything. That's kind of where we're at, so we're going to try and get this up for you guys. Like I said, I've been so sick that I just haven't been able to get anything, but now finally it's turning its corner and I'm getting better. I like these, and then we're going to put one here. And then my daughter got me these for Christmas. We were kayaking up in Crystal River, up in the springs up there, and checking out the manatees. And then, of course, we met Jimmy Buffett in Key West a few years back. So that's the plan. Get that one in there. And then we're going to do 3 here. Bing, bing, and bing. And whatnot. So that's where we're at. Still got this congestion and cough. It's getting there, but God, I just don't know why it won't leave. But anyway, we're going to make some stuff for dinner here and hang out, have a little Marlowe wine, watch a few fishing videos and stuff, and yeah, just enjoy Christmas Eve. Shout out to Brenton and Backroads and Backwaters, or Backwaters and Backroads. I get that mixed up all the time. Hope he's doing well on the river. He seems to be. I talk to him quite frequently, and he's having a great time. Like, I wish I was down there with him. We will talk to you in a few days. Peace out from the Wayne Diaries, guys. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share.